I'm gonna share something personal. This is my motorcycle. It's been sitting in this shed for nearly 2 years now. I've intended to fix it dozens of times, but it never happens. 2 summers ago, I replaced the carburetors, and during the process of testing and tuning, I drained the battery, recharged the battery, tried to reinstall it, but caused a short circuit somewhere. Somewhere. Your guess is as good as mine. And meanwhile, it keeps on rusting. Because I do nothing. Because I keep putting it off. Maybe in a few months. When the weather's better. Why do we do this? Because I suspect I'm not the only one. We do it while fully conscious, knowing fully well we will regret it later. You can choose to temporarily ignore a task, a presentation, a phone call, a bill, an alarm, and you push it forward. But why? You're playing chess against yourself and losing. Aristotle had the same question. How is it possible to intentionally make choices that are detrimental to yourself? A person knows that a specific choice destroys everything. Health, career, a relationship. And yet you do it. You consciously act against your own best interests. Before Aristotle, this was considered unthinkable. Socrates, for instance, believed that correct knowledge inherently leads to correct action. He who knows what's right does the right thing.
Everywhere you go, your manners are with you, and they leave their mark. They help you feel sure of yourself, too, and they make an impression on people, on everyone you meet.
But Aristotle observed that humans are less rational than we would like to believe. You might be familiar with the concept of syllogisms. Logical arguments. It works like this. A man is a primate. Socrates is a man. Therefore, Socrates is a primate. Quite simple. According to Aristotle, internal conflict arises when two logical deductions collide. For instance, everything unhealthy must be avoided. Chocolate is unhealthy, therefore I must avoid chocolate. But a second deduction in your head says, chocolate tastes good, and this is chocolate. In that moment, you forget the conclusion of the first rule. Desire overrides logic. Aristotle called this Akrasia, weakness of will. The state of being held hostage by your own impulses. Knowing what's right, yet failing to act on it. Procrastination occurs when the immediate reward appears greater than the future gain. Your brain possesses a so-called reward center. The ventral tegmental area, a cluster of neurons deep within the brain. These neurons produce dopamine. And dopamine is not a happiness chemical, as is often thought, but a signal, an announcement. Something valuable is coming. When you watch a series, pick up your phone, eat something tasty, that reward center activates. Animals do not suffer from a weak will. no akrasia. They live largely in the moment and have no concept of what the future might hold. But they do share the same reward center. When a cat sees a bird's nest, that system activates.
Oh my god! Oh my god!
And when a monkey smells food, the same neurons fire.
We give her a piece of cucumber and she eats it. The other one needs to give a rock to us. And that's what she does. And she gets a grape. And she eats it. The other one sees that. She gives a rock to us now, gets again cucumber.
The underlying mechanisms are entirely comparable. The only difference is a monkey responds to the food that is presented now. You can also respond to the food that might be there later. You can imagine a future. And consequently, that reward center can also be triggered by something yet to come. But the fundamental problem is your brain still responds far more effectively to immediate rewards. And that was once functional. Fight or flight. No time to deliberate. But today, it often works against us. American psychiatrist George Ainslie has conducted extensive research into procrastination and our tendency to self-sabotage. He concludes that we consist of multiple selves. There's a you now, but there's also a you later.
It's driving us insane!
And these two are competitors. The you of now wants to relax, rest, to keep watching. The you of later wants to function, to perform, to get things done. But they share the same body, and they do not inhabit the same moment. Ainslie calls this hyperbolic discounting. The future is not valued in the same way. It's a curve, steep in the beginning. Now feels like everything, and later like almost nothing. In practice, you are negotiating with these different versions of yourself. The you of now versus the you of whenever.
I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse.
In Ainslie's theory, this is called intertemporal bargaining. You consist of moments, different versions existing separately from one another. These are two selves living in two different moments in time. And these two selves are constantly negotiating. But it isn't exactly a democratic process. It's a dictatorship, because only the you of now gets to decide. Sometimes we choose tomorrow's disadvantage just to make the now more bearable.
And, mechanisms aside, that's a completely understandable choice.
The future does not exist. The future consists of words, of hope, of fear. But now, this moment, this is real.
Yesterday is history. Tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That is why it is called the present.
You live in a body built for the present in a world that demands that you live for the future. According to Ainslie, this is exactly why willpower is not a real solution. You can organize your entire life around discipline. But the attempt to force yourself, to impose something upon yourself, that's the core problem. The you of now imposes it. The you of later bears the burden. But because you are both, you constantly feel the consequences yourself. This is one reason why we benefit from structures, from others, from agreements, from systems. Just as Odysseus had himself bound to the mast to resist the siren's temptation.
Tie me to the mast. What's that? Whatever my mouth speaks, whatever orders I may give, do not obey them. What are you going to do? I want to hear their song.
No, mad, Julius!
Tie me to the mast! All right, then, if that's what you wish. Tight as you can. Put this wax in your ears and roll. Give me this in your ears.
In the same way, external structures force the future self into behavior that you, at this moment, would not choose. Otherwise, we keep pushing things forward. We will continue to negotiate with ourselves. And that's a waste of time. You will not be less lazy next week than you are now. No less fearful, no less insecure. You're negotiating with a romanticized image of yourself about a moment that does not yet exist. And meanwhile, time keeps ticking, while you wait for someone who isn't real. And that's just something the you of tomorrow has to deal with.